Fearless Hunter, a story of courage and determination. Have you ever felt a fear so intense that it grips your very soul? I recently experienced this firsthand in a small African village, where I heard the terrifying tale of Kamau, the fearless hunter. It all began on a dark, moonless night. The village was eerily quiet, save for the occasional howl of a distant hyena. Everyone huddled close to their fires, the flickering flames casting ominous shadows on their faces. The village elder began to speak, his voice low and trembling. He told us about Kamau, a boy of only 12, who faced a horror that no one else dared to confront. Kamau's father, the greatest hunter the village had ever known, had died mysteriously. Some whispered he had fallen prey to the malevolent spirits of the forest. But Kamau believed otherwise. He was convinced a monstrous lion, larger and more ferocious than any other, was responsible. This lion had been terrorizing the village, dragging away livestock and leaving behind blood-curdling roars that echoed through the night. Despite his youth, Kamau was determined to avenge his father and protect his village. Armed with only his father's bow and a few arrows, he ventured into the heart of the dark forest alone. The villagers tried to dissuade him, but Kamau's mind was set. He disappeared into the trees as the sun set, swallowed by the growing darkness. That night, an uneasy silence enveloped the village. I could barely sleep, haunted by the thought of Kamau facing that monstrous lion alone. The forest seemed alive with unseen eyes watching us, the air thick with a sense of impending doom. Hours passed, each one more torturous than the last. Suddenly, a blood-chilling roar pierced the night, followed by a gut-wrenching scream. My heart pounded in my chest, and the villagers around me gasped in horror. We feared the worst. As dawn approached, the forest remained deathly silent. The villagers gathered, whispering prayers and holding their breath. Just when hope seemed lost, Kamau emerged from the trees. His clothes were torn and stained with blood, his face etched with fear and exhaustion. But his eyes told a different story. Over his shoulders, he dragged the lifeless body of the monstrous lion. The beast was enormous, its jaws still open in a final, silent roar. Kamau had done it. He had faced the terror of the forest and emerged victorious. The village erupted in a mix of relief and awe, but the celebration was subdued by the realization of what Kamau had endured. He became a legend, the boy who had stared into the eyes of a nightmare and lived to tell the tale. Yet, whenever he recounted his story, there was always a darkness in his gaze, a reminder of the true horror he had faced alone in the depths of the forest. Kamau's tale is a haunting reminder of the courage that can arise in the face of unimaginable fear. Even now, as I think back to that terrifying night, I shiver at the memory of the roars, the screams, and the brave boy who conquered them. Thank you for watching. If you like the story, please like, comment and subscribe.